This video is going to be a quick rundown on how you can 10x your personal brand in like the next 10 to 50 minutes, however long this video is. And I've personally been through this, and I'm just going to go through my last 5 years and what I would do differently to get to where I am right now. In fact, get to where I am and further in less time than I already have done. And I've worked with some of the biggest names in the space like Nero, Black Bezos, Gavin, etc., etc. Let's get into it. So I did this nice illustration for you, man. So show some respect. But the bigger your personal brand, if you can 10x it, you'd probably make more money, right? Exactly. So more eyeballs to you. That's the eyeballs. This is you. And this is your personal brand. 10x, more money. All right. So the first thing I would do is choose my market. I wasn't sure about my market. And you might be like, this is some basic stuff, but please bear with me. We'll get into the more advanced stuff, right? Like shortly. Choose your market. So when I started, I was like, I'm gonna do tech, I'm gonna do content, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Scrap it. Like I would personally focus on one thing 80% of the time. So 80% of your content needs to reflect one industry. So if your main thing is going to be tech, that's your main thing. If your main thing is going to be content, that's your main thing. If it's fitness, it's fitness. If it's weight loss, it's weight loss. If it's cooking or nutrition or dieting, it's that. 80% of your content should ideally reflect what your core mission is. So in my case, I would make my core mission marketing per se. And then the other 20% is, my freedom, tech, self development, etc. Now, if you are let's say you are into fitness, your main thing should be what you stand out with. So like whatever your remarkable factor is, what other people admire about you, that's the first thing that I would go to. And it's easy to find out what other people admire about you. Just ask. Like if they're like, oh, you're so good with nutrition, you're locked in with the gym, what workouts do you use? Like let's say you're a fitness person, right? You probably have a standout feature. If it's a female, you probably have back muscles or big glutes or hamstrings, or you're good at running, and whatever your main thing is, that's what majority of your content is going to reflect. If you like doing like calisthenics, did I even say that right? That's what your content's going to reflect, right? So whatever people admire about you. So if you're in the fitness space, find out what they admire about you. Is it running, workout, etc.? Now moving on, you want to choose your main platform, and I would say focus on one platform. Like 80% of your content, that's going to be your main thing. Focus on one platform. Now, the three platforms that I would go with and I would choose from: YouTube. If you're a business owner and you're strictly just making content for more clients, YouTube is the best place to flip and be. The search engine's amazing, the recommendation system's amazing, plus the videos are longer so you can build trust and, just funnel them straight to your landing page or even book a call straight from YouTube. You won't have to go through the whole email listing thing, which you still should collect their emails, but you get what I'm trying to say. Then next up is Instagram. Instagram's good because it's got story features. You can DM people, sell in the DMs, you can post carousels, you can post reels, you can just post photos in general. And of course, again, the DM feature, and you can go live. It's just a great overall platform, especially if you want to be, not like professionals use it. You know what I'm trying to say? Then you have TikTok. In my opinion, TikTok's just for the kids. Like I go on TikTok if I'm trying to laugh, have fun. I'm not really taking it too serious. Hey, if I come across a video that's educational and it's entertaining, I'm going to watch it, but it's not the platform that I kind of go on to find that type of information. So again, if you're a business owner, I'd head over to YouTube. If you're a business owner and maybe you're not ready for long form yet, you need more content experience, you just don't know where to start, you're more comfortable with Instagram, stay on Instagram and just perfect that. If for some reason you have an audience on TikTok that's massive and you can monetize it, stay with TikTok. I'm not trying to say, hey, if you already have one of these, change to which one I think is best. Go with it. If you have an audience on one, stick with it. Now, I would personally, again, YouTube, Instagram, they're my main two. TikTok, not so serious. I'd repost stuff from Instagram onto TikTok, but I wouldn't be like, yo, TikTok's the first thing in my mind. I'd make direct to platform videos on Instagram and then repost that on YouTube Shorts and TikTok just to maximize reach. Now, once you've chosen your platform and you're focused on one, and you've also chosen your industry and whatever 80% of your content's going to be about, you're already on the right path to 10x in your personal brand. Now, when it comes to volume, how many times are you going to post? If let's break this into short form and long form, right? If you're on short form, you need to be posting at least one per day. If you want fast results, one per day is the minimum. If you can, do two per day. And I don't want to hear this is not possible, it's too much, I'm going to burn out. If you don't know how to do it right, you will burn out 100%. And potentially, if you're doing it all by yourself, you will burn out. One per day is probably the most optimal one if you're doing this by yourself. Because I know a lot of creators that do one per day and they're literally doing it by themselves, or they sometimes have an editor. But it just depends on the quality of content that you're going to be putting out. If you're putting out 2 videos per day, you can't be editing two hours worth for one video. You know what I'm trying to say? Your content, you need to be able to edit 2 videos within the next 30 minutes to an hour max to then just push those videos out. And the best way to do that, to be honest, is if you're going to go for 2 a day and you don't have a content team, you're going to have to record videos where you pick up your phone and you talk directly to your selfie camera and you do green screens and you do whatever else. Those are the best ways, and those still can get views as long as you do it right. If you're struggling to get views, it's 99.9%, 99.9% of the time about how good your hook is. Your hook's just weak, or no one cares about it, so they're not going to listen to you. If you want people to listen to you, make your hook more appealing. Give numbers in your hooks, and also use triggers. So trends or people or objects or brands that are already well known that will grab people's attention. Now, me personally, if I was starting again, I'll be banging 2 videos per day, not caring about the numbers, doing the videos, selfie videos, camera videos, literally doing anything. 5-second, 10-second reels with text on the screen. I'm literally doing everything and I'm posting twice a day. And I'm trying to see what works, and whatever works, I'm doubling down on it. Now, once that's short form done, long form, posting every day is very taxing on long form. Videos are longer, editing process is going to be longer because the videos are longer. So on short form, what I would do is I would try and do 2 per week. 1 per week is the minimum. That's just the industry standard if you want to be consistent, quote unquote, on YouTube. If you're just starting out and you want to grow as fast as fucking possible, you need to be doing 2 videos per week. And if you can, I'll push to 3 videos per week. This way you can experiment with thumbnails, you can experiment with titles, and you'll get feedback much faster. Then you'll know, what's my cadence like on camera? Can I change anything? Can I improve anything? And then you'll start to realize that some videos get more views than others, and then you can start making more videos relating to that topic or surrounding that topic in general. Yeah. Now, once you've done all of that and you've got all of that, the first thing that I would recommend is starting a series. Now, this changed the game for me on Instagram because Instagram was my main platform when I started. And I did like a 30-day challenge, content creation tips. And I did one, I'm sure I did a tip that got me like a few thousand followers. And I was just like, oh, snap. I got momentum. Like, I'm building. So what I would do if I was you and you're on short form, I would do a 30-day challenge. 30 fitness tips in 30 days. 30 content tips in 30 days. 30 health and wellness tips in 30 days. And every day you come on and you give them advice, give them a tip. Pause. Now, doesn't need to be anything complicated. Literally could be simple tips. Every day you just show up. And the best part is if someone finds you on day 15 and they're like, this is flipping useful, they'll check the other tips out because they know that you've been posting the other ones if you're on day 15. If you're on day 30 and that's the last day and someone finds you there, they'll be like, oh my God, there's 29 other videos like this. What a gem. I'm going to follow this guy. And it just creates something that's bingeable. You know, when you find a series on Netflix and you're like, oh, this episode's banging. And you're like, oh, they got 10 episodes. Yeah, I'm about to have a good time. Or they even have seasons, bro. You're like, 3 seasons, 10 episodes. How did I not find this sooner? This is amazing. Instead of waiting each week for an episode and you've never heard of the series before. Now, if you're on YouTube, of course, I wouldn't say do a 30-day challenge. Instead, I'll just do a challenge where you're posting 3 times to 4 times per week. This in itself is a challenge, right? Because let's say your videos, I'd recommend be 10 minutes long at least. Because when you're monetized, if your videos are like less than 8 minutes, you just make less money on your videos. If it's less than 8 minutes, you might as well just make a short form video. If it's less than 8 minutes, you're not really utilizing YouTube to its best ability. But hey, that's just my personal opinion. I would say around 10 minutes is a good video length. Feel free to make it longer. But if you're making 4 videos that are 10 minutes long, that's 40 minutes of actual like video time that the video is edited. You might make mistakes and the raw file might be 20 minutes long. So now 80 minutes worth of recording, then you've got to chop it up and edit it. It just gets really time consuming and taxing. But you can do this sprint for 30 days. If you're posting 4 times a week for 4 weeks, how much is that? 4, 8, 12, 16. I thought it was more than that. Anyway, 16 posts in a month. You're going to get some real feedback and then you can, slow it down, do 2 per week again, and then really hone in and just make those videos better. This is exactly what I would do. Again, once you find something that works, please double down on it. Please double down on it. And the thing that's going to make you stand out is finding what's remarkable about you. So ask your friends, ask your family, what is it about me that you like? What is it that you think is really cool about me? They might say your biceps, your ass, your triceps, your knowledge on marketing, your knowledge on business, how you break things down, how I seen you just develop over the years. Like, what did you do? What did you change? What did you cut out? What did you add? And the last part is just do a 90-day sprint. Like, this is probably the most underrated thing. A lot of people think it's just going to come to you easy. Like, yeah, man, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to follow his advice. And in 2 weeks, I'm going to blow up. Hey, if it happens in 2 weeks, leave a comment in it and let me know. We'll shout you out. But 90 days is like the minimum. It's only 3 months. And if you're doing this, you just have to lock in. You just have to lock in. 3 months is a long time. And if you're posting at least every day 90 pieces of content, if you're posting twice, 180, if it's 3 times, 270. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not even going to count it. 270, let's just say 270. That's a lot of pieces of content. And I'll mention this in a short form video. If you think content is luck, you posting more increases your chances. If you think it's skill, you posting more improves your skill of content creation. Means you can create better content, which means you'll get more views. If you think it's luck and skill, it's the best thing that you can do. It's a flipping no-brainer. And simply put, that's how you can 10x your personal brand in the next 3 months, I guess. Now, if you are a business owner making at least £5,000 a month and you want to double your business revenue and generate more leads through YouTube or Instagram, there's going to be a link in the description to work with me. I've done this for Nero Knowledge. In 4 weeks, he tripled his business. Gavin Speaks, 4 weeks, tripled his business. Black Bezos quadrupled his business within 3 months. It's a literal no-brainer.